Welcome back to another video, and in today's one we're checking out this epic Jaguar F-Type. It's a supercharged 5-liter V8. Enjoy, because I am. It sounds damn good, hey? But yes, as I've said, welcome back to another review, and this week we're checking out this raucous Jaguar F-Type. Now, for me, it's a bit of a bittersweet one because I've been looking forward to this review for a very, very long time. And the reason for that is because I've got a little bit of an attachment to the F-Type. Now, a lot of you might not know that my day job is actually in advertising. And back when they first launched the F-Type in South Africa, I was part of the team who did it. So I was able to see it kind of blossom and grow into what it is today. And unfortunately, in this review I have to say goodbye to it because, again, if a lot of you don't know, this is going to be the last F-Type. Yes, there's another version, special edition of this one coming out now. There's going to be 2 of them coming to South Africa. They're called the ZP edition, but this is essentially the last F-Type because Jaguar is going electric and they're going to be ditching petrol models one at a time, and unfortunately the F-Type looks like it's going to be the first one to get the cut. So yeah, it's a bittersweet one, so I'm going to enjoy this review. I've enjoyed the car for the past week and I've had a lot of fun with it. Now that's for obvious reasons, because it sounds epic, it looks beautiful, and together it's a head turner. It's not good on your bank in terms of, you know, the fuel price and having to swipe every time, but we don't care. We're not here to speak about fuel economy, although I'll touch on it a little later, but I'm not going to harp on it because you're buying a car like this. It's not known to be, or it's not expected to be good on fuel, but it's been known to be good on the heart, the ears, and everything that just makes up a petrol head. But that being said, let's just have a listen to it and take in everything that's F-Type. Now, to do that, I'm going to put it in its most aggressive way or personality that it can have. And for that, I'm going to put it into dynamic mode. That's going to make everything sharper and stiffer. The throttle response is also going to be a lot quicker. And I'll put the gearbox into sport. And it's now going to hold the gears for a lot longer. And I'm also going to put it into manual. So now I'm in full control and I can tell the car what to do. So let's have a nice listen. And here's some of those burbles. It puts a smile on your face every single time you drive it. Oh, I love the F-Type so much. Oh. You just take it to 3,000 RPM and take off the throttle and it does this. Oh. And because this is supercharged, you're getting all of that power instantly. Now, that's the biggest difference between a supercharged car and a turbocharged car. With turbocharged, you're having to spool up those turbos to get them to build up all the boost that they require to push you forward. With a supercharger, as the air comes in, it's pushing it straight in and you're getting all of that power instantly. There we go. So this is the F-Type 75. It's more of a homage to Jaguar being in the sports car game for 75 years. And this is the edition that they've brought out for that. Now, some telltale signs to show you that this is the 75th anniversary is that you've got these little Jaguar outline silhouettes around the car. And in true Jaguar style, it's just filled with luxury on the inside here. So you've got a full leather interior. And what I really love about this car in particular is that you've got full-on red seats. There's not just red stitching or partial red, they're completely red. Tomato sauce, all gold, ketchup, this is what they are. And on the front here, you've also got a full leather dashboard. And when you look at it like this, because the dash is split down the middle, is you've got a full red on that side and you've got full black on this side. The contrast is epic. It just oozes sports car, luxury, premium. This is everything that F-Type is meant to be. Now there's a few quirks about the F-Type that are kind of making me question a few things and wonder why, but again, it is what it is, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. The first one is the sun visor. Now, yes, it's half a sun visor. It's only this high. Now, obviously, if it was a full-on one, you won't see through the windscreen here because the gap between the steering wheel top and the bottom of this short visor is like this. So I get that. It's a little bit weird and it's a little quirky. The second thing is you don't have USB-C in this car. So this is a car coming out in 2024 from a car like Jaguar, and you don't have USB-C in here. There's only standard USBs down here in the center console, and that's it. The other thing is the infotainment. Now this is a pretty old infotainment. Now if you've seen some of my other reviews in the Range Rover Sports, the F-Pace SVR and the F-Pace plug-in hybrid, they've all got that new Pivi Pro display and infotainment system. But obviously this car is being run out, so they're not going to invest a lot more money into making the infotainment more modern and that sort of thing. So the reverse camera is okay. It's only got that one camera, even though you've got this huge bonnet in front of you. It would be nice to see what's kind of in front there because it's hard to see. But again, it is what it is. I just put up with it. And then in terms of power, this engine puts out 331 kilowatts and 580 Newton meters of torque, which again is insane. This is also the base level F-Type. On top of this, you also get the R75 or the F-Type R 75th anniversary edition. And yeah, that's got heaps more power than this one. That you're looking at 423 kilowatts and 700 Newton meters. Now that's the sort of power that you're used to getting from an SVR. Now there isn't going to be an SVR version of this. They only bring out the R version. So yeah, if you wanted to see anything from an SVR point of view, I've got a video on the F-Pace. That car is epic, but something I need to bring up is pricing. So this F-Pace sells from just over 2 million rand, right? Now that's a little bit below what the F-Pace SVR sells for. There you're getting a lot more car, but I understand this is more for the enthusiasts, those people that love sports cars, coupes. They want to feel like they're part of the car, driving low, slung low, going fast, making noise. I get that. And the SVR, the F-Pace SVR, is just a car for another type of consumer. So yeah, just some pricing. I'll put again the two options that you can get on F-Pace on screen now. You can see the pricing. So yeah, that's the new F-Type in terms of pricing and performance. But let's have some more noise. It picks up speed so quickly, so quickly. I put my foot down and it goes. It's not thinking about it, it's not building up the power, it's just there when you need it. It takes a really cool and genuine automotive brand to still have a supercharged 5-liter V8 in 2024. Yes, it's dying off, but the fact that they've still got it right now and that they've had it in the past is just incredible. There aren't a lot of cars that are doing it. I mean, you can look at the likes of Mercedes-Benz that are cutting their V8s even from V6s to now turbocharged 2 liters with plug-in hybrid power and all of that. Yes, that's in the JLR family, but it's not in one particular car. So that's the moves that they're making. I think they've realized that they might have made a mistake there, if you have a listen to what the world and what the internet is saying. So we'll see what they do. But for now, you've got to give kudos to brands like this that are still having 5 liters. And I mean, supercharged V8, it's epic because us petrol heads get to enjoy them for a little bit longer. But for the F-Type, if you want to get into one of these, now's going to be the time to do it, because buying a new one's not going to be around for much longer, and I'm pretty sure the second-hand market is going to sweep them up quickly. Just to touch on fuel economy, only because I was pretty impressed, is that while going nice and steadily on the highway, it was about an hour's trip that we were doing, I got the fuel consumption down to 8 liters per 100 Ks. Now that's not what Jaguar claims. They claim around the 10. So the fact that I got it to about 8 is very impressive. But again, it's all driving style. If you keep it out of dynamic, you'll get numbers like that. But if you put it into dynamic, you're controlling the shifts, it's roaring and screaming, you're gonna look at like 19, 20 liters per 100 Ks, which is what I've been experiencing most of the time because I've been enjoying it. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, I've had F-Type in my life for a long time, being part of the team that launched it, and now to be part of the very few that have even been able to drive an F-Type like this, to say goodbye to it. It's such an epic moment for me. And even prior to that, I got the chance to drive the XKs, the XKRs, to see and even hear the XKRS, the unicorn that is. All of these 5-liter supercharged engines that Jaguar is just known for and that they've owned, and it's just been so epic. Jaguar are an epic brand. They know sports cars, they know how to deliver them, they know how to make petrol heads smile, and they've made me smile this entire week while I've had it. But the cool thing about the F-Type and its aircon system is that because you're sitting so low in the car, the dash is quite high, the aircon disappears into the dash when you're not using it. But when you need it and you tell it, I need some air in here, you select it and you can see it slowly rise from the dash up. It's so cool. It just adds this little bit of theater to the driving of this car on the inside here. Again, it's those little touches that make the driving experience so awesome. Some other cool buttons you'll find down here are things like the binoculars. No, I'm kidding, those aren't binoculars, those are exhaust pipes, and that's what you'll click to make the exhaust either louder or quieter. But if you're in dynamic, they operate and they turn on automatically. But otherwise, if you keep the car in normal mode but you just wanted the sound a little bit more sprightly, you can push that on and the valves open and it becomes a lot louder. And then below that, you've also got a button to operate the rear wing. So if you didn't know, the F-Type has got a wing that can lift up and go down as well. So once you also reach a certain speed on the highway, I think it's around about 100, 110, it automatically pops up. But if you want to lift it at any time, you can just select the button down here. You might see it in the back and it'll automatically pop up. That's quite a flex, especially if people see it coming up from behind. And then in front of the driver, you've got a digital display here. Again, not too much customization, but I think that it looks nice. It's pretty clear, it's crisp, it shows exactly what you need to when you go into dynamic mode, it turns red and it just feels a lot more sporty. And then you've also got this full leather steering wheel. Again, it feels nice, it's the right width, it feels like a sports car steering wheel, and you've got paddle shifters here to operate your gears. And that's the thing I also am not too sure about, is that plastic. This is a 2 million rand Jaguar F-Type sports car and you're getting plastic paddle shifters. Yet in the SVR and Range Rover Sports, you're getting aluminium ones. So I don't know who dropped the ball there. Then above me, you'll see a moonroof or panoramic sunroof. It's very hot today, so I'm going to leave it closed for now, but it lets in a lot of light into the cabin here and it just makes it feel a little bit more bigger and spacious too. But surrounding that is also some Alcantara or suede, however you want to look at it. Again, it's in black, so it makes it look sporty. It makes it look more smaller, more compact, and a lot more premium. Open the pipes. Dynamic. Sport. Woo. Drop a gear. Let's go. Now I was able to do some pulls in the car to see what it felt like. You feel all of that torque, it makes an epic sound. Now if this is a car that you want for track days and things like that, then you aren't going to be sorry, and trust me, you've made the right decision. And then looking at the design of the F-Type, I think this new model and the new generation of F-Type has really taken it to the next level. The lights up front are a lot slimmer. The car feels a lot more closer to the ground because that front end is a lot more pointy, which I think also looks really nice. And the same thing at the rear. You've got now these tail lights that are also a lot thinner, and just overall it makes the car seem just a lot more slick and a lot more premium. I love the way that it looks. And as I mentioned, with this car being the 75th anniversary edition, you do have the 75 markings around. And you'll also notice that the badges are also matte black, and that comes with this package too. And then in terms of storage and space, now I'm pretty sure you've seen that you can only fit 2 people into this F-Type. So yeah, there's no room behind us at all, but in terms of space, you can see there's a little net over here if you want to put a chocolate bar or something. You've got some decent storage in the doors here. It's not a lot. You've also got here underneath the armrest, and then in the boot, yes, there is a boot and it does open. It's not an engine like other sports cars because this engine is up front. So at the back here you do have a boot, but it's got a spare wheel inside. So again, not a lot of space. You can probably fit like 5 to 6 plastic shopping bags full at a squeeze. But the fact that it's also got a proper spare wheel is also a win, so you're not having to deal with tire repair kits and things like that. You're able to fix whatever you need and keep on going. Now, if you're wanting to get yourself a Jaguar F-Type, then go check one out on ChangeCars.co.za. They're a website that sells new and used cars, but the best thing about them is that they vet and check every single dealership that sells cars on their website. So you aren't going to get scammed and taken for a ride by dealerships that are turning back the kilometers and stuff like that. That doesn't happen at ChangeCars because they pride themselves and their business on immaculate service delivery. Now, the other cool thing about ChangeCars is that their website's pretty much like a hub for everything automotive. So you can go and watch car reviews, you can read articles, you can even go and see what cars you can afford per month. They've got a finance calculator, and they'll even be able to show you what cars on their website will match that. And if you've got a written quote from a dealership that's not on their website and you bring it to them, not only will they match it, but they'll beat it too. So if I've convinced you to go look for a Jaguar F-Type, then go check it out on ChangeCars.co.za. They're also a proud partner of Greg Dennis Reviews. And then onto the verdict in the form of the GDR test. Should you get this car, should you drive this car, or should you remove it from the list of cars that you're looking at? Now, this isn't easy. Go and get this car. If you're in the market for a Jaguar F-Type, a new one, a used one, and you've got the money for it, then don't waste your time, go do it now. You're wasting precious moments in life of experiencing what I'm going through right now. This raw power, this exotic, angry noise that actually sounds like a Jaguar. You need this in your life. The comfort, the sportiness, the luxury, it all comes with an F-Type, so go and get it. And with the F-Type soon being no longer, they're going to be like hen's teeth. So don't waste your time, go find yourself an F-Type. They're probably going to be collector's pieces because they're Jaguar sports cars, and that's just normally what happens with them. So thank you for watching another Greg Dennis review. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. It was a hell of a lot of fun to drive. This F-Type is absolutely epic. Now, if you want to see more videos like this and other car related content, then make sure that you're subscribed. And if you enjoyed this, then please drop a like below. So until then, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.